Hey guys, it's Aman
And Christina
from Our Rich Journey. We have been getting a lot of questions about investing in real estate versus investing in stocks. If you've been keeping up with our channel, you know that we recently did a video on the $400,000 that we made by investing in real estate. But at the same time, we've also been investing in stocks. And we have another series of where we invest $10,000 into the stock market, and we've been tracking the progress of that investment. So we recently got a question about which is better, investing in real estate or investing in stocks? Well, on today's video, we are going to answer that question.
Now, in answering this question, we're going to make a couple of assumptions. The first one is that you're interested in investing in residential real estate and not commercial real estate. And the second one is that you're interested in investing in index funds and not individual stocks. So let's look at the history of the stock market first.
So just a quick brief stock market history lesson. Over the past 100 years, the stock market has returned about 9 to 10%. Now that includes capital appreciation, and a small portion of that is also from dividends.
Now, real estate investment is a little bit different because the bulk of your money is coming in the form of rental income. You get a bit of appreciation, which is capital gains, but most of it, again, is through rental income. Now, historically, the average price of an American home since 1963 has increased in value by about 5% annually.
But that number can be a little misleading, because since 1960 whatever, homes have also increased in size. The average American home size has gotten a lot bigger, so of course you're going to be paying more for the house.
So let's just assume that the appreciation for a home on average is less than 5%, and let's take a 3% value for appreciation on a home. Now, it's reasonable to assume that you can also make about 6 or 7% in rental income on a home. So if you take that percent of appreciation along with the rental income combined, it's about the same amount that you can get from investing in real estate as investing in the stock market.
So Christina said that kind of fast. It was hard for me to keep up with it. What she's saying is that homes have appreciated at about 3%, but your annual income is about 6%. So the total annual appreciation, or what you're making annually, is about 9%, which is the same as what you would make in the stock market, about 9 to 10%. Another way to look at this is, let's say you have $100,000 in real estate and $100,000 in stocks. Both of those will generate the same percent of income each year. So these are just average returns. What's important to remember is that your market may be completely different. In the San Francisco Bay Area, homes appreciated far more faster than 6%. And rents actually went up by in some cases 15 to 20%. So what you have to do is run the analysis for your specific area. And at times you may find that investing in real estate far outpaces investing in the stock market.
So in this video, we're making another assumption, which is that you're in a situation where your real estate market and your investments in the stock market would be the exact same thing. So under that assumption, we have 10 different factors that you should be looking at when you're deciding which one to invest in.
So let's look at the first factor, liquidity. With the stock market, you can sell a stock, get your cash, and go somewhere else. With real estate, it is a long, drawn-out process. You have to put your house on the market. It may sell in a month, it may sell in a year. But liquidity, when it comes to stocks versus real estate, you're much more liquid in stocks.
The second factor is control. If you invest in the stock market, you have very little control over how well your investment does. On the other hand, if you invest in real estate, you have a lot more control. You can pick out your renters, you can pick out how much you want to invest in the property and add equity and value into the property. You can decide how much rent you want to rent your house out to. There's a lot more control that you have investing in real estate versus the stock market.
The third factor is amount of work. When you invest in index funds, there is virtually no work. You set up an automatic transfer to your index fund, and you just let the index fund do what it does, follow the market. Real estate, on the other hand, it is a lot of work. If you're DIYing things, then after you finally get your property up, you have to manage it. Now, what you really want to do with real estate is have someone else manage it. But we know from experience that when you have someone else manage it, you end up managing the person that's managing your property. So there is still a great deal of work that's involved with real estate. The fourth factor is the cost to get started. With index funds, you can get started with as little as $1. In fact, Charles Schwab has an S&P 500 fund that you can invest $1. I mean, you're investing. Real estate, on the other hand, if you're not putting down 3.5% with the FHA loan, it goes up from there. 5%, 20%. It requires a lot of upfront money to invest in real estate.
And it's not just the down payment. To get started investing in real estate, there's other costs associated that don't even go towards the actual asset. There's things like inspection fees, escrow fees, a whole bunch of different fees that are associated with getting started. And again, it doesn't even go towards the asset.
Something else that people really don't take into consideration are vacancy rates. So before your property even gets rented, there's gonna be a period where you're paying on the mortgage and you're not receiving rent. Those are also costs to get started. The fifth one is convenience to get started. With index funds, you can start literally within a couple of hours. But real estate, getting started, you have to get an agent, you guys have to find a property, do inspections, make offers, all of these things that just getting started with real estate, it can take a lot of time.
The sixth factor is volatility. With stock markets, your investment can fluctuate and rapidly decline over a very short period of time.
On the other hand, real estate is fairly stable. The seventh factor is diversification. When you invest in index funds, you can automatically diversify by investing in a broad-based index fund that tracks the total stock market. Now, real estate, on the other hand, that's almost like putting all your eggs in one basket. You buy a house, and if you put all your money, all your down payment into that, you are banking on that house doing well.
And the eighth factor is length of investment. You should consider how long you're willing to invest your money. For the stock market, it's really a long-term investment, and because of the volatility, you want to keep your money in there for a long period of time. That's different than real estate. You don't have to keep your money invested in real estate for as long in order to see a good profit.
And we were a prime example of that, because when we invested in real estate in the San Francisco Bay Area, we happened to get lucky and invest at the right time, and we saw appreciation. In fact, some of our properties almost double within a 3 to 4 year time span.
And the ninth factor is tangible investments. With real estate, it's very tangible. You can see it, you can live in it, you can see it change over time, and sometimes people really like that.
The fact that real estate is tangible really drew us to that. Now, stocks, on the other hand, you almost have to go out on some faith with stocks. You have to kind of believe that it's there, that it actually exists, because you don't really get to touch stocks. In the old days, you actually got a piece of paper that was a stock, but nowadays it's just something that you see on a screen. And the 10th factor, and we think it's actually the most important, is what are you passionate about? So whatever you do, if it's investing in stocks, if it's investing in real estate, you have to continue that passion. That's what will keep you consistent on this path towards financial independence. Because you can get distracted by these things, you can get frustrated, but put your heart into it, put your soul into it. For us, real estate has been one of those things that we love to do, but we also love investing in stocks. So whatever it is that you pick something that will keep you motivated the entire time you're investing in it.
So all things being equal, we think that these 10 factors will help you decide whether or not you want to invest in real estate or in the stock market.
So whether or not you should invest in stocks or in real estate, make a decision. We want people to take action, because you can really overanalyze this and not do anything. What you can do right now is take these factors, write them all down, weigh them, and develop what you prioritize. But you know what? After you've done that, move to the next phase and take action. So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and join the journey.